Hello, my name is Benjamin. Welcome to another video from my 90 days to get whatever you want challenge, as I like to call it. I'm standing on Miami Beach holding this camera as still as possible so I don't make you dizzy and fall out of your chair. Today, what I'd like to talk to you about is focus and why it's very important. So I was thinking about an analogy that would be easy for you to remember and would stick in your mind, and you can reference as a point of reference for you when you want to think back to this, so you can always check back to the video. Alright, so I was thinking about a time in school, grade school, when you learn about what you can do with a magnifying glass. Now, if you remember this, I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you remember in grade school, you learn that if you take a magnifying glass out in the sun, like this beautiful, gorgeous sun in the background, and you put a piece of paper, and here's a little hint how old I was. I probably learned this from Mr. Wizard. So if you don't know who Mr. Wizard is, then shame on you. But you take a piece of paper, and it has to be black because of the way light works, but you get a magnifying glass and you hold the magnifying glass above the paper, and slowly, as you focus the energy of the sun onto a small point onto that paper, it will begin to burn. Some kids you may have known in your school also use this to terrorize little ant people. Shame on them too. But this concept is important because let's think about your mind. Now, your mind is the single most powerful thing that you have, to control your conscious actions and abilities. So you want to be able to utilize your mind effectively, and one of the best ways to do that is by focusing. Now, how do we focus? Well, one of the things that I do to focus is to eliminate all distractions. So if you're watching this video right now and you have 5 other tabs open, your TV's on and your music's playing, and what else might you have? You might be eating. Why don't you just stop all those things and just focus on the words that I'm saying to you? Because if you listen carefully to the words, you will pick up some tips and experience things that I've experienced, because a wise man knows there's always something that you can learn from someone else that you didn't know. And you'll grab some wisdom and insight from my experiences and be able to apply it to your life. So my tip for focus is first tip is eliminate all distractions. Secondly, another great tip for focusing, in particularly your mind, is to learn to clear your thoughts. Now, I've been doing meditation for some time. I've recently, we'll say for the past month, have gotten heavy, and I've started to notice some changes starting to happen to me. One of those things is this. I'm able to be in a situation where my mind might have 8 things going on, including the things that are going on already, the story going on in the back of my mind, and I'm able to take my mind from that and quickly focus on my breathing, and all the thoughts just seem to go on their own without me grabbing hold of them. And I find this interesting and fascinating because I'm reading a book called The Master Key System by Charles F. Hannell, which was the inspiration for Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And I read part 2 yesterday. I finished part 1 last week. Part 1 was, the first exercise was to sit still. That's it. Just sit still for 30 minutes. And now the second exercise is to sit still and don't think about anything. Now, I'm going to give you just a small challenge today, if you're watching this, to just sit still, find a very quiet place, and sit still for 30 minutes. For some people, it's going to be very, very easy. For me, it's not that bad because I've practiced it for some time. Most of you folks that meditate can probably do this standing on your head. But for those who have never meditated, this might be a very interesting experience for you, because you are going to see that there is a lot more going on in your mind than you realize. And it's time to get focused, because that focus is going to release that inner power that's inside of you. And that's what I'm all about. I want to help people change lives. When I was in Austin, that was the thing that came to me. This is not about money. This is not about me having a lot of material things, although I do like those things. There's the sun again. And there's a mansion back there, and that is looking really sexy. But the bottom line is, I want you to be able to take these videos, and bear with me because this is video, I think, 7, so I'm also in the process of learning to communicate with you and utilize the teachings I give you to help your life and make your life better. So if there's a topic you want me to talk about, I can share with you. I will do that. Let me give you a little story about how I used focus to help my life. I like to reference my Army time. I graduated Distinguished Honor Graduate, which is the highest, like the first place of my Army school. 6 months of advanced individual training. For any of you guys who are military, you probably know what that means. But I was number 1, top of my class. And what did I do to achieve that? Well, I'll tell you what. I studied every night, but I focused on that goal like nothing else existed. Shouts to David Wood for that quote. I focused on being that, because I've never been top of the class. I've been ranked very high. I've won various computer awards, but it's been a pretty long time. We'll say since grade school. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to achieve that, and I focused on it. I focused on it. I focused on it, and I did it. And you can do it too. You can do it in whatever endeavor you're in. You just need to learn to focus, really focus. And also, as I spoke about, I think in video 1, get some clarity exactly what you're focusing on. All right, so that's it. I'm not going to keep running on. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can go to benjaminbrilliant.com, empowernetwork.com/BenBrilliant, Facebook.com/DJ Ben Brilliant, YouTube.com/A Learning Machine, or just Google me. I'd love to work with you personally. Click the link below this video if you're watching this, and find out what has created this personal transformation in me and in the lives of 6,000 other people I saw at the latest event. I also did a live hangout. You can check that out. That's on my wall recently, telling you about how we're getting money. I know you want to learn how to make some money, so maybe I'll shoot a video about that next. And remember, folks, follow your dreams, because your dreams are what matter, not what someone else has dreamt for you. I love you guys. Peace.